The story begins in a small village where a poor Brahmin lived with his two young daughters. Life had become extremely difficult for him. Every day he struggled to earn enough for even a single meal. His daughters were innocent, cheerful, and unaware of the hardships their father faced. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm bringing you an emotional and thought-provoking story that carries a deep moral message about faith, innocence, and the surprising ways in which divine help can appear. This is the story of how a Brahmin, driven by poverty, left his two daughters in the forest, and how Surya Dev created a miracle that changed everything. So sit back, relax, and let's walk through this powerful tale together. The story begins in a small village where a poor Brahmin lived with his two young daughters. Life had become extremely difficult for him. Every day, he struggled to earn enough for even a single meal. His daughters were innocent, cheerful, and unaware of the hardships their father faced, but the Brahmin worried constantly. He felt ashamed that he couldn't give his children proper food, clothes, or comfort. The weight of responsibility and helplessness slowly pushed him to a heartbreaking decision. One night, after thinking for many hours, he convinced himself that if he left his daughters in the forest, perhaps someone kind might find them and take care of them. He believed that whoever found the girls would surely provide them with a better life than he ever could. Though his heart broke at the thought, fear and desperation overpowered his love. He told himself that this was for the good of his daughters, even though deep inside he knew it was wrong. Early the next morning, he took both of them by the hand and led them deep into the forest. The girls walked happily beside him, unaware of what was about to happen. They trusted their father completely. After walking for a long time, they grew tired and asked if they could rest. The Brahmin gently told them to stay in one place while he went to fetch something. The girls nodded and sat under a large tree. Without looking back, he walked away quickly, tears filling his eyes, but he kept moving, leaving them behind. Hours passed, and the girls realized their father was not returning. Confusion slowly turned into fear. They were lost in the deep forest with no idea which direction led home. They held each other's hands tightly and tried to stay strong, but hunger and darkness grew around them. As the sun began to set, they prayed for help. They didn't know who to call for, but they believed someone would hear their innocence. As the sunlight touched the horizon for the last time that day, something extraordinary happened. The rays of the setting sun suddenly brightened, glowing intensely, as if responding to their prayers. A warm, comforting light surrounded the girls. They felt no fear. The air became still, and the forest grew silent as if nature itself waited for something divine. From within the golden light, Surya Dev revealed his presence. The girls could not see a figure, but they felt the divine energy and heard a voice full of compassion. Surya Dev told them not to be afraid. He said their innocence had reached him and he would protect them. The girls felt comfort and hope returning to their hearts. The divine voice told them to stand, walk forward, and follow the rays of light guiding them. They followed the glowing path with trust, and the forest slowly opened into a clearing. There, they found two large piles of grains, piths, placed neatly on the ground. The girls were shocked and relieved. Surya Dev told them that these piths were a blessing, and they would never have to sleep hungry again. The girls thanked the divine power with folded hands, feeling safe and blessed. Meanwhile, the Brahmin returned home but could not find peace. His heart was heavy, guilt tearing him apart. His house felt emptier than ever. He tried to convince himself that his daughters would be better off, but the fatherly love in his heart refused to let him rest. That night, he couldn't sleep. His mind kept replaying the innocent faces of his daughters. By morning, he couldn't bear it anymore. He decided to go back to the forest and bring them home, no matter what happened. He ran through the forest calling their names. Surprisingly, he soon found the clearing, and what he saw left him frozen. His daughters were safe, smiling, and surrounded by divine light. They stood beside two huge piles of piths. When they saw their father, they ran to him with tears in their eyes. The Brahmin hugged them tightly, unable to control his emotions. The girls explained everything that had happened: the bright light, the divine voice, and the gift left by Surya Dev. The Brahmin was overwhelmed. He fell to his knees, ashamed of his actions. He realized how wrong it was to abandon his innocent children. No poverty, no struggle, no fear could ever justify such a heartbreaking decision. He thanked Surya Dev for protecting the daughters he himself had failed to protect. The divine voice echoed once more, saying that true devotion is not proven through offerings or rituals, but through love, responsibility, and compassion. Surya Dev forgave the Brahmin and blessed his family. He promised that from that day forward, the Brahmin would never face starvation again. The piles of tithes were a symbol of faith and a reminder that divine help appears when all hope seems lost. The Brahmin took his daughters home with gratitude in his heart. Their lives changed completely, and prosperity slowly returned to their household. But more importantly, the Brahmin never forgot the lesson he had learned: the value of family, the innocence of children, and the immeasurable power of faith. This story reminds us that no matter how difficult life becomes, abandoning those who depend on us is never the answer. Miracles happen when intentions are pure, and help comes in unexpected ways. The love that we give and the responsibilities we carry are themselves blessings. Thank you for watching, and I hope this story inspires you to hold on to faith even in tough times. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like the video and share it with others. Stay connected, and I'll bring you another meaningful story soon.